All right. So tell me a little bit about you and your background before you started your business, and then how these last few weeks have been for you.
Okay. Actually, I graduated high school in '99, and then started working with my father. He had a painting business.
Okay.
We started here in central Missouri, and then moved it to the northeast corner of Florida to Jacksonville Beach, and we painted there for till about 2011 when we moved back. And then when I came back to Missouri, I just went and started working for other people. I was maintenance at the hospital here. I didn't really do anything with the painting wise until about a couple weeks ago. Got the wild hair to start doing it again.
Got it.
But down there in Florida, it was just me and my father. We didn't want any big crews, nothing like that. So we ended up getting in with an interior decorator, and she kept us busy all the time in gated communities down there. That's where we painted most of the time. So
Got it. And where in Missouri are you?
Central Missouri. It's it's Marshall, Missouri, but
Okay.
it's like right almost in the middle between St. Louis and Kansas City. Like
Okay.
it's right there. So
What's like the population for like the area you service?
I don't really service this where I live at per se. There's just the population of like 12,000.
Okay.
But there's Columbia, Missouri, which is like a 40-minute drive that I've been putting some bids in there.
Yep.
And then Kansas City, which is about an hour and 20-minute drive.
And why? Just out of curiosity, why'd you guys move back to Central Missouri?
Cost of living was cheaper, and my dad had a minor heart attack, and he couldn't survive and live down there with what he would have made with retirement.
Got it.
So we all packed up and came back up here. So
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So that's not cool, but I'm sorry.
no, but yes, yes.
I got it. Okay, cool. So where are you at with the last few weeks?
I've got one job, finished it, and then I've got 3 bids out right now, waiting on to hear back from them. One of them is in Kansas City. It's painting the exterior of a house.
Okay.
And I've put an ad on Craigslist for some subcontractors in that area, and I've gotten probably 12 or 15 hits in the last couple of days from that.
And remind me, do you have the Painting Business Pro course yet, or no?
No, not yet. That is my next step. So
Just
when I'm able to.
as we go through some of this. So already got quite a few hits from subs. And have you ever recruited or brought on subs before?
Yes, we did that down in Florida. So
okay, right on. So nothing crazy new to you there.
no.
And then from a pricing standpoint, how are you bidding and pricing your jobs?
It depends on where I'm going. Sometimes it's a little high, is what the customer says, and sometimes they say I was the lowest, and some of them say I'm right in the middle.
Okay. Side note, don't let customers tell you what your price is or should be.
No, yes,
Okay.
yes. So
Well,
there was a few
it's
jobs
not reliable. What's interesting, and I run into this a lot training sales, but people who are really doing well at sales, no matter what price they're charging,
Mm-hmm.
customers don't say, oh, and by the way, you were 1,000 more.
Mm-hmm.
They don't book with you and then be like, oh, and by the way, you were the high price.
Yeah.
So when you're just selling lots of jobs, you don't hear objections because instead you hear yeses.
Yes, exactly.
When you're not selling a lot of jobs, people got to give you some reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And so they say it's price or it's this or it's that.
Yes.
And then people think that's true. It's never true. It's always the salesman.
Mm-hmm.
I actually can't think of a time ever where I've been working with someone and I actually found out oh my God, you're just charging way too high.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah.
Anytime someone says that, I'm like, let me see a picture of a house and what you charge. I'm like, no, if anything, it's actually a little low still. So if that's the case, you're just not showing enough value.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, cool. So, but from a pricing standpoint, do you have any of the estimating formulas and stuff from my site?
Yes, yes.
Are you,
I did. I did end up getting those, and I checked the prices that I'd been given with your formula, and it's really close. Like
perfect. Okay.
really close.
Okay, great. So when you're bringing on these subs, feel free to pay like 60% out,
Hmm.
5% out initially. You
Okay.
want to get yourself eventually down to that 50% number. But
Yes.
right now, you don't have the overhead that requires 50% yet.
No.
You will want to get to that so you can grow later.
Yes.
I will get to your questions in a sec, but one just suggestion is I think for the situation you're in, being that is Columbia and Kansas City the same direction or different directions?
Different directions.
So you're going to want to pick one.
Yes. Yeah, I know. So,
I would pick Kansas City.
yeah, that's what I was leaning towards because, like, I'm on Thumbtack, and
Yeah.
there's so many jobs coming up on there for interior and exterior painting.
Well, the thing about Kansas City is I had a business there and we sold it. Such a
Hmm.
good market, man. I'm excited
Yeah.
to get that business back in there
Yeah.
because it's a hell of a market. And it's a big enough metro that you can utilize lead services. You know, the best one, Thumbtack, Painter Choice, Craft Jack, are like
Yeah.
the three we do the best with most consistently.
Hmm.
You could probably get 5 to 7 estimates a week right there.
Nice.
So that's the first piece of advice is pick a market and go with it.
Okay.
Now, the fact that you're building it in Kansas City, right? So
Yes.
long term, you're not going to want to do a commute, but that's okay because you're going to be working for another 30 years or whatever, 20 years.
Yep.
That's just going to be part of your life. So we're planting a seed to pay off later.
Yes, exactly.
And you pay some dues now for later.
Yes.
What's going to be really important for you is not only picking a market, but also getting really good with your time management. It would be really easy for you to slip into a 60-hour work week.
Yes.
Because of drive time.
Yes.
So you need to be a master of your schedule, and I would be willing to pay like a convenience fee in some ways, meaning I will give up some estimates to make my schedule work for me.
Yes. I got you.
And so, ideally you would set it up so that you get to you drive to Kansas City, knock out your work, drive home, and do that 4 to 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of cruise over there, get all your shit done. Look, that's how when I first ran a sub business, I ran it an hour and a half from home. So I can appreciate it. And that was because I was with a company. That was the territory I was allowed. I drove everybody down on Saturdays and Sundays, knocked the doors, sold the jobs, and then I oversaw the production an hour and a half away.
Okay.
So, you just got to be on top of your time management.
Yes. Yeah.
So
That's.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. I know that's one of my things I do have to work on that is the time management. So.
Suggestion on that would be find the video on my YouTube channel called 4 Rules of Time Management.
Uh-huh. I've seen it. Oh, I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen it on there.
That one, and then there's 2 follow-up videos. One's about goal setting for your whole life, and the other is time management tips and tricks. Those 3 videos will be really, really powerful if you follow them to a T.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. All right, let's get to your stuff, man.
All right, let's do it.
Where do you want to start?
It don't matter. The first question there, I guess.
All right, so it was, what's the best marketing tools? Door-to-door.
Mm-hmm.
Lead services. Thumbtack, Painter Choice, Craft Jack would be the first 3. After that, it would probably be networks. And then I would dip my toes in slowly and carefully with Home Advisor.
Okay.
But only if I'm already profitable with the others.
Yes, exactly.
If you're not profitable with those ones, you're not going to be profitable with Home Advisor, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Profitable with those, you could probably be profitable with Home Advisor. So door-to-door, lead services, just networking.
Yes.
HOAs, property managers, real estate agents, a B&I group, other trades, roofers, roofing companies.
Okay.
And then your website. Just get something up. Once you're doing like $10,000 a week in sales and you're making $3,000 a week, around then it would be worth paying about $500 a month for some company to do SEO for you.
Okay.
A couple recommendations for that, but getting onto the first page of Google is like, it's expensive because you don't get any results at first, but like Foothills, we're paying $1,500 a month for like SEO.
Okay.
Probably overpaying, but we don't care because we're listed on the first page of Google for 7 cities across the Front Range.
Okay.
I mean, last week, we're not even at full capacity last week or yet. And we probably set up 15 estimates last week just off our website call-ins.
Okay.
From our Google positions. 15 estimates for us was 15 estimates was probably like 8 book jobs for about 35,000 in sales in 1 week.
Okay.
So $1,500, that was justified in 1 week of the month.
Yeah, that's a good ROI. So
yeah, I'll take that all day. So, and that's probably one of our best ROIs. So then the 5th one, of course, is job site marketing and referrals.
Okay.
Will be your 5th. Those 5 things could get, those are the 5 things that got us to 4.5 million.
Yes.
So you don't need much more than that. But then, of course, you can expand into more lead services like Yelp. I don't even know if I'd mess with Angie's List these days. And then obviously just getting really good with your job site branding. I mean, that's about it, man. Like we haven't done much else above and beyond that.
Okay, perfect. Got all that written down. So, and the website, I started working on one. I'm still ironing out the.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple at first because nobody's going to see it.
No.
The point of getting a website up right now is that Google won't put you on the first page until your website's been around for 6 months to a year. So the point is just getting it out there so it can get that traction.
Yes. Yes.
Like, hey, we're here and we've been here for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you start going into SEO in, July or August when you've got money.
Okay.
You can set aside $6,000 for the next year of website stuff.
Yes.
And fire that company and hire someone who does more custom work for more expensive.
Okay. Gotcha.
Good on that one?
Yeah, I'm good on that one.
Best contracts to use with customers and subs. In the course, there's a much more detailed version of our contracts that we currently use that are prettier and all that stuff. There's one you can download for free on the site. Just search painting proposal and find my site. There's one you can download there. Honestly, I use that contract to sell like the first $1.5 million of business. It's simple. It's clean. It's got plenty of room to write and make all your notes and stuff on it. There's not much to it. There is no back of contract because I'm not a legal. I'm not an attorney.
No.
I don't do law. I don't do any of that shit. So you'll want to, that part's on you, but that's what we use. So, and then with subcontractors, there's a subcontractor agreement in the course. I didn't even use subcontractor agreements until 2 years ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically the job folder and the contract with the customer. Those were the 2 things that served as my contract with the subcontractor.
Okay.
We are not in an industry that is particularly buttoned up and professional.
No.
So it's more of a rarity if there's a company that's like actually got everything dialed in, which I'm not saying we shouldn't get it dialed in.
Mm-hmm.
You should.
Yes.
But you'll survive until you can get some of the other material.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Now your last question was how to expand quickly and in a way that sustains.
Yes.
Now, I'll give you the short version now.
Okay.
The detailed version is in the course.
Yes.
This covers several videos. The fastest way to do anything is by doing it slow.
Okay.
And not trying to rush and cut any corners.
Okay.
That will always backfire. It'll always set you back. And even when I tell you that, and I tell my business partners that, you'll still do it because you will not realize, oh, wow, you really don't mean cut any corners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You really got to be thorough. So basically the game plan is there's phase 1 and phase 2 of building this business.
Yes.
Phase 1, have you heard me talk about this before?
In a little bit, yes.
Yeah, so phase 1 is like building a strong foundation.
Yes.
I need to be proficient at generating leads and estimates.
Yes.
Like so proficient that I can say I'm going to get 10 estimates next week, or I could say I'm going to get 20, and I could make that happen.
Okay.
Right? I got to be able to really have my hands on the dials of marketing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Second thing is sales. I got to be able to sell at least 33% of my estimates at the proper prices, not including referrals.
Okay.
You saw, those should be like 90.
Yes.
And then production, I should be able to produce at 50% and deliver high quality work, very happy customers. That's the production metric.
Okay.
50% high quality work, happy customers, happy subs. Now, how do I know I've gotten that done? Well, I should be able to do 10 estimates a week, book 10,000 in sales a week, and produce 10,000 a week. And I should be able to do that working less than 50 hours a week.
Yes.
As long as I can do that, I'm like, okay, great, because that means about half my time is going into production for 10K a week in production, which means a full-time production person should be able to do at least 20 a week.
Yes.
So I could pay that person 5% and they could start at 50K a year.
Okay.
Our production managers can do Paul's my lead guy. He's been producing like 40 to 50K a week this year.
Nice.
So it can go up from there, and we've been getting quality ratings. They're like almost flawless. Like customers are like 10 out of 10. I'd refer you to friends and family.
Yes. That's
Probably
nice.
averaging like 9.5. So he's producing a high so anyways, my point is 20K is not the goal, but if I'm there, I can hire a good person at 50K base, move them up to 30K a week, and they can make 75,000 a year.
Yes.
Which is
all about the numbers. So getting the numbers right.
So, and then that's phase one. So if I get those things really solid and I've got good systems, so everything should be documented, systemized, standard operating procedures, all that, that's all in the course. So that'll get you well on your way. And then you can take what the foundation I give you and just kind of build on that.
Yes.
But phase two is team building. And this is the place where it is tough shit, man. Let's be honest with you. It's tough. This is the place most people never get to.
Yes. And
they don't usually get there because they give up after failing so many times.
Yep. Yes.
But that's just part of the game, and I can't even tell you how many people I've hired and fired and trained, and then they quit or they left and started their own painting business, which all of them end up failing. I feel like people it's not easy,
No.
And usually people who are in just a production position or something and don't have all the training, they start to have trouble on their own. But I've gone through a lot of these, I don't know, failures with building.
Yes.
And I think almost anybody, can take my system and go out and run a $300,000 painting business and make $100,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Building the team is going to really take a lot of work and failure.
Yes.
That's going to be the hardest, learning marketing, doable, learning sales, doable, learning production, doable. Learning how to build teams is the hardest skill to learn, but it's also the one that pays off the most.
Yeah, I could imagine. Yes.
Because now and I'm still getting better at it. It's not a skill where you get done. So I think one of the illusions people have about business is that I can hire and build a team and then I'm done or something.
Yes. Now
I can do that to a degree. I could walk away from my business and I could probably work 5 hours a week, but it wouldn't keep growing. And in some ways, it's almost easier to keep growing the business.
Once you get it going.
Yeah, it's almost easier because then I can keep providing more opportunities and all this stuff. But I'm still learning how to build teams better. But the team we have, I think, we've got 4 production managers, color consultant assistant, 3 sales reps, and 3 marketers, an office manager, and an accountant.
Okay.
That team can do $5 million a year.
Nice.
Which is pretty sweet.
Yes. Yes.
And we'll keep growing from there. So it's the sky's the limit when you start getting good at team building, but you definitely got to go through the trials and tribulations of it.
Yes.
So that's it. Patient, take your time, stick with it. Even if it takes you 5 years to learn that part, it's like, cool. Well, what can you do in the next 5 years?
Yeah, you double it all or triple or
I mean, 5 years ago, I think my business was like 650K a year, million a year. This year we'll do like 7.5.
Nice.
And I think in a few years we'll be in like the 20 something.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll keep, and we're not like, we got way bigger ambitions than that, but it's all built on the right foundation.
Yes, you gotta have that there.
Yeah. So the other things that I see really get in people's way with growth is chasing money, chasing dollar signs, like trying to chase big commercial jobs that you have no idea what you're getting into,
Yes.
or chasing new construction because the guy says I've got 300 houses, and then you try to give him a price and then you get your ass kicked.
Yep, exactly. So,
or cutting corners with like lowering price to offset my bad sales ability.
mm-hmm.
You
don't want to do that. So
no, you don't.
So.
Yeah. So what are you hearing out of all that, man? I know a lot of this, some of this is review. There's only so much I can get through in like 20 minutes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's good. I know I need to get a sales system down.
Yeah.
Because every time I go to a new customer, it's always seems like it's different when I'm talking to them. I don't know. I don't know what I didn't have this problem before when we lived down in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because I've been out of it so long. I just got to get used to it again and back into the flow of talking to people. Because we had a closing ratio down there of probably close to 60%, 70%.
Was it mostly word of mouth and referrals?
It was all word of mouth and referrals down there.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, it's a different game when you're doing cold stuff.
Yep. Yes.
That's
so
why.
I need to get a sales system down, which I know I need to get your system, or your course. That way I can work on all that. But I'm trying to get a few jobs in, get a little padding in the checkbook. So
as you should. No, and it sounds like you got a good foundation, man. And I think you're set up great, man.
good.
There's a ton of opportunity. I think you'll have a really good year. Your timing is good. You've already got a couple things going. I think the course will help speed that up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep doing. Excuse me. I'm gonna keep doing a lot of additional trainings this year.
Okay.
That's what I've learned. So we'll do like just a sales only course, a subcontract only course, team building course, some time management, like getting your really taking total control of your schedule kind of course. Yeah. I'm gonna try to provide a lot more, just a lot more training to help people out that are a little more niche instead of just, hey, here's a full business training. We'll have some more options and stuff like that. So try to keep helping, but I think you're in a good spot, man. Good.
Thank you. So,
yeah,
I'm ready to hit the road running. So I guess I'm going to start heading to Kansas City more. So
I would recommend it, man. And then, you get the lead services going, knock doors around your estimates. The course will go into a bunch more detail about the pitch and door-to-door and how to really nail that. Go into more detail about lead services, the sales process. That's all going to be a game changer. But the fact that you've only done like 4 estimates and you've already got a job, good.
Okay.
It's an estimate game for you right now.
Yes.
It's an estimate game.
Yes.
And door-to-door is the best approach there because it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah. I went to the Benjamin Moore paint store here and met the outside sales rep, and that's where one of the estimates came from. He put me on the job site, so
nice.
They like working with contractors there at that store. So.
Oh yeah, awesome. Cool.
All right. Well, yes. Do what?
I said I hope this was helpful for you.
It was. It was very helpful. I needed it. It helped iron out a few of the wrinkles that I'd been tossing around in my head. So,
what were those that got ironed out for you?
Getting my time management down, and my sales to the customers. I need to work on that spot. So those spots, and on which direction to go, because I was playing both going east from my hometown and west.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna make for some long days.
and dude, very long. So a lot of gas too.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Cool.
But I appreciate this. I really do. So
Yeah, absolutely. If you're having trouble getting estimates, let me know.
okay, will do.
You'll sell them if you go out and do 20 estimates. I know you'll book like 3 or 4 jobs.
Yes.
Don't be afraid of investing into some marketing. I mean, you got to manage your funds and stuff, but
still need
once
to.
you get 20 estimates done, man, sounds like your pricing is on point. So you should have margin for marketing baked in there.
Yes.
Make sure that you're taking deposits so you can use some of that money to support you and some of that money to reinvest.
Yep. Yeah. I've always required about 25% down. So
Great.
So.
All right, man. Well, looking forward to hearing more.
Yes. Yeah. And I'll fill you in. I'll keep you informed on what's going on. So
That'd be great.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you got it, Tyson. Have a good rest of your day, man. Good luck.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
All right. See you, man. Bye.